If you are over 70 and considering remarriage, this video could be one of the most important you'll ever watch. At first, remarriage might seem like a golden opportunity, a second chance at love, companionship, and shared moments in your later years. But what if I told you that for many older adults, remarriage after 70 often brings more regret than joy? This isn't about casting a shadow on love or discouraging connection. It is about being honest, wise, and prepared to protect the life you have worked so hard to build. The truth is, once you are in your 70s, the dynamics of remarriage shift dramatically. What starts as a hopeful union can quickly turn into financial stress, emotional strain, or even legal chaos. Maybe you are feeling lonely and craving companionship, or perhaps someone is encouraging you to take the leap. Those feelings are valid and deeply human. But before you say, "I do" again, you need to hear the realities that too many seniors only discover when it's too late. This video isn't meant to scare you. It's here to empower you with the knowledge to make thoughtful, informed decisions about your future. We'll explore 5 critical reasons why remarriage after 70 can lead to regret, from financial risks to the loss of personal freedom. And by the end, the final reason might completely reshape how you view love, trust, and independence in your later years. So let's dive in and uncover the truths you need to know. Number 1, financial vulnerability. When you are in your 70s, love can feel like a gift, a chance to share meals, conversations, and quiet evenings with someone special. But what many older adults don't realize is that remarriage at this stage can unravel the financial security you've spent decades building. You've worked hard for your nest egg, your savings, pension, or home, and with one signature, one walk down the aisle, all of that can be put at risk. This is not necessarily because your new partner has ulterior motives, but because marriage, by law, intertwines your financial worlds in ways you might not expect. Let's break it down. When you remarry, your assets often become legally connected to your spouse's. If they bring debts, medical bills, or financial obligations, like supporting children from a previous marriage, you could find yourself unexpectedly entangled. Many seniors assume they can keep their finances separate, perhaps through verbal agreements or good intentions, but the legal system does not always honor those assumptions. In many cases, your spouse's financial burdens can become yours, draining the resources you have carefully saved for your own needs or legacy. Consider the impact on retirement benefits. If you're receiving Social Security survivor benefits from a deceased spouse, remarriage could reduce or eliminate those payments. For example, a woman named Susan, aged 72, remarried a kind man she met at a community center. She did not realize that her survivor benefits, which provided a steady $2,500 monthly income, would stop after the marriage. Suddenly, she was left with less money to cover her expenses, and the financial strain began to erode the joy of her new relationship. This kind of oversight is common, and it is not because people are careless. It's because the rules are complex and often overlooked in the excitement of love. Then there is the matter of inheritance. You may have adult children or grandchildren you have planned to leave your assets to, a home, savings, or cherished family heirlooms. But remarriage can complicate those plans. Without proper legal safeguards, like a prenuptial agreement or an updated will, your new spouse may have legal rights to a significant portion of your estate, potentially leaving your children with less than you intended. Family tensions can arise, especially if your new partner's children expect a share of the inheritance. These disputes can lead to costly legal battles, fracturing relationships, and leaving everyone emotionally drained. The psychological toll of financial insecurity is profound, especially in your 70s. Losing control of your finances can make you feel powerless, anxious, or even ashamed. Many seniors avoid discussing these issues with their children out of embarrassment, which only deepens their sense of isolation. Take the story of Ellen, a 74-year-old widow who remarried a man from her church group. They shared a love for music and long walks, and she thought she'd found a true companion. But her new husband had undisclosed medical debt and no savings. Within 2 years, Ellen was dipping into her retirement fund to cover his expenses, and under pressure, she revised her will, leaving her children heartbroken. What began as a hopeful partnership turned into a quiet financial crisis. To protect yourself, consider consulting a financial advisor or estate planner before remarrying. A prenuptial agreement can clearly define which assets remain separate, while an updated will ensures your wishes for your children or grandchildren are honored. Transparency with your partner is key. Discuss debts, assets, and financial expectations openly. Your financial stability is not just about money, it's about your peace of mind, dignity, and ability to live life on your terms. Before you remarry, ask yourself, is my heart saying yes, but is my wallet saying please don't? Taking steps to safeguard your finances can make all the difference. Number 2, health responsibility. Overload remarriage after 70 isn't just about sharing your heart, it's about sharing your life, including the health challenges that come with aging. By your 70s, health is no longer a background concern, it's a daily reality. You may be managing your own conditions, arthritis, high blood pressure, or diabetes, while juggling doctor visits and medications. Now, imagine adding another person's health needs to your plate. Remarriage often means signing up for your spouse's medical journey, whether you're prepared for it or not. Throughout your life, you have likely cared for others, children, a spouse, or aging parents. By your 70s, you may finally be ready to focus on yourself, to rest and prioritize your well-being. But remarriage can pull you back into caregiver mode, sometimes unexpectedly. It might start small, reminding your spouse to take their pills or driving them to appointments. But over time, those tasks can escalate into full-time caregiving, especially if your partner develops serious health issues like mobility challenges or chronic illnesses. This added responsibility can take a significant toll. Studies show that older caregivers often neglect their own health, skipping checkups, eating poorly, or losing sleep. Social isolation can creep in as your energy shifts to your spouse's needs, leaving little time for friends, hobbies, or self-care. The emotional and physical exhaustion can even shorten your lifespan. For example, Patricia, a 76-year-old who remarried, found herself in this exact situation. Her charming new husband suffered a stroke a year into their marriage. Suddenly, Patricia was managing his physical therapy, helping him bathe, and lifting him in and out of bed, all while ignoring her own worsening knee pain and vision problems. By the time she sought help, she was physically and emotionally depleted, her once vibrant spirit dimmed by the weight of caregiving. This does not mean you should avoid relationships, but it's critical to set boundaries and have honest conversations about health before remarrying. Ask your partner about their current health conditions, medications, and potential future needs. Discuss how you will handle caregiving responsibilities. Will you hire professional help, or is the expectation that you'll take on those duties? Most importantly, reflect on your own capacity. Your energy and health are precious in your 70s. Are you willing and able to take on another person's medical needs today and in the years ahead? If you're unsure, honor that hesitation. Your well-being is just as important as anyone else's, and protecting it ensures you can live your later years with vitality and joy. If you are finding this video helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us create content that informs and inspires. Number 3, legal complications. One of the most overlooked risks of remarriage after 70 is not emotional or financial, it's legal. Marriage is more than a romantic commitment. It's a legal contract with far-reaching consequences for you, your children, and even your grandchildren. Without careful planning, remarriage can create a tangled web of legal issues that disrupt your legacy and peace of mind. Let's start with inheritance. You have likely spent decades building assets, a home, savings, or sentimental items, intended for your children or grandchildren. But remarriage can complicate those plans. In many states, a new spouse automatically gains legal rights to a portion of your estate, even if your will specifies otherwise. This can reduce what your children inherit or lead to disputes between your family and your spouse, etc. These battles can be emotionally and financially draining, leaving lasting rifts. Social security benefits are another concern. If you receive survivor benefits from a deceased spouse, remarriage could jeopardize them. For example, a woman named Carol, aged 81, remarried a man she met at church, hoping for companionship. When she became ill, her new husband gained legal authority to make medical decisions, overriding her daughter's input. The situation escalated into a court battle over medical choices and inheritance, including the house Carol intended for her grandchildren. "I thought I was finding comfort," Carol said, "but I created a mess I never meant to." Medical decision-making is another critical issue. If you become incapacitated, your new spouse may automatically become your legal decision-maker, even if your children are better equipped to honor your wishes. This can lead to conflicts, especially if your family and new partner don't see eye to eye. To avoid this, consider designating a trusted family member as your power of attorney and clearly documenting your medical preferences. Protecting yourself requires proactive steps. Consult an estate attorney to draft a prenuptial agreement, update your will, and establish a trust if needed. These measures can ensure your assets go to your intended beneficiaries and clarify decision-making authority. Have open discussions with your partner about legal expectations and involve your family to prevent misunderstandings. Clarity is your ally. Do not let love blind you to the legal realities of remarriage. Your legacy and family's well-being depend on it. Number 4. Loss of personal freedom. By your 70s, you have earned something more valuable than money or recognition: your freedom. After decades of responsibilities, raising children, supporting a spouse, or caring for parents, you finally have the chance to live on your terms. You can wake up when you want, eat what you like, and spend your days pursuing what brings you joy. But remarriage can quietly erode that freedom, sometimes in ways you don't anticipate. When you marry younger, compromise is expected. You are building a life together. But in your 70s, your routines and preferences are deeply ingrained, reflecting years of self-discovery. Adding a new partner to your life means adjusting those routines, which can feel more like a disruption than a partnership. Small differences, like your partner's preference for a noisy TV while you cherish quiet mornings, can create ongoing tension. Over time, these compromises can chip away at the peace you have cultivated. Emotional labor is another factor. Relationships require effort, listening, adapting, and managing expectations. You might find yourself navigating your partner's family dynamics or sacrificing hobbies to accommodate their schedule. For example, Florence, a 76-year-old widow, remarried after 5 years alone. She loved the companionship at first, but soon realized she'd given up her quiet mornings, solo vacations, and even control over her home's thermostat. "Compromise was fine when I was younger," she said, "but now, every change feels like a loss." To protect your freedom, reflect on what independence means to you. Are you ready to share decision-making and space with someone new? Discuss expectations with your partner. How will you balance individual routines with shared time? Consider alternatives to marriage, like committed companionship without legal ties, which can preserve your autonomy while fostering connection. Your 70s are a time to cherish your hard-earned freedom, not relinquish it. If this resonates with you, comment number 4 below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more content like this. Number 5. Financial entanglement. Remarriage after 70 can bring companionship, but it also risks financial entanglement that threatens the security you've built. In your younger years, merging finances made sense. You were saving and planning for a shared future. But in your 70s, your focus is on protecting your assets, not building new ones. Marriage merges your financial world with your spouse's, exposing you to their debts, spending habits, or family obligations. Your money represents more than numbers. It's your independence, choices, and legacy. Without clear legal protections, remarriage can jeopardize this. For instance, if your spouse has children expecting financial support, your assets could be redirected, leaving less for your own family. Shared accounts or joint decisions can also expose your savings to risks, like credit card debt or medical bills. Gerald, an 82-year-old widower, experienced this firsthand. He remarried, thinking love would sort out the details. But within 2 years, he was paying his new wife's medical bills and supporting her adult son, forcing him to sell his vacation home. "I just wanted company," he said, "but I gave away half my life." To avoid this, consult a financial advisor and attorney before remarrying. A prenuptial agreement can protect your assets, while an updated estate plan ensures your legacy aligns with your wishes. Discuss financial habits and obligations with your partner openly. Are you prepared to manage a complex financial merger? If not, pause and prioritize your security. Your peace of mind is worth it. Final thoughts. By your 70s, you have weathered life's storms, love, loss, sacrifice, and joy. You have earned the right to decide how to spend your remaining years. Remarriage might seem like the answer to loneliness, but companionship does not always require a wedding ring. Friendships, family, and community can provide connection without sacrificing your independence, finances, or peace. Before you remarry, ask yourself, what do I truly want? You don't need to prove your worth through partnership. You have already done that by living a full life. You deserve ease, joy, and the freedom to live on your terms. If remarriage aligns with that, proceed with caution and clarity. If not, embrace the wholeness you already possess. Thank you for watching. Please comment below with one thing you learned today and how you will apply it. Your thoughts inspire us to keep creating content that matters. Like, subscribe, and share this video to support our mission to inform and empower. We will see you in the next one.